can fly.
G'day everyone, this is Wings95 and we're back with another video today, and we're playing a new game. This is Trials Rising. It only came out at the end of last month, I'm pretty sure, so it's a pretty new game, and so far it's pretty good. It's the latest of a long line of games of Trials games, Trials Fusion and all that different Trials games. So it's pretty good. But today, obviously, as you can see, I've already done a few around here and a few around there. I actually haven't touched Asia yet, but a few in here. So, today, what we're going to do is currently at the moment, I have a friend that is in my videos a lot colder. Me and him have been playing this a bit. And currently, 5 out of the 8 of these, he has a higher score than me. So, I want to even that up a little bit. I want to beat one of his scores around here so that we're even 4 and 4. I can claim that maybe I'm just as good as him, but probably not. So in most of these, he's actually a fair bit ahead of me, like 2 seconds or something, which doesn't sound like much, but actually is. Except for Hard Hat, he is just less than a second, like about 800 milliseconds in front of me. So I feel like that is the one that I might be able to beat him with. So we're gonna go into there, and this video will end when I have beaten him in at least something, but we're gonna try Hard Hat first, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so here we are in the game. Graphical wise, it does look really good, and obviously gameplay wise, this is quite good as well. So we're using the Rhino here, which is the second vehicle you're able to unlock, and as you can see, I'm already doing terribly. I'm gonna keep going here just so I can remember the track from playing it yesterday. However, obviously I'm not going to be anywhere close to beating his score this time, given I'm 1.5 seconds behind my high score. So yeah, we're really dealing with microscopic times here, like literally shaving off less than a second just to be able to beat his score, which is surprisingly difficult to just get a little bit faster. I mean, it's just as difficult to get my high score pretty much, let alone get a few seconds faster. And of course, I forgot that right there, I needed to wait a little bit. So there's going to be a lot of me failing this and just restarting over and over again, trying to get the perfect line that somehow he's gotten, and not failing just like that. There we go, I actually finished one. So, obviously, I didn't beat his score though, or else I'd be much happier. I was 300 milliseconds behind my high score. So that means if I need to get another 800 milliseconds in front of him, I was 1.1 second behind him, which is a lot in this Trials game. So we need to restart again. As you can see here as well, we do have 2 ghosts that are trailing us, or I'm more likely trailing them. One of them is Calder and one is a random other player. So I can like look at his ghost to see how he did it, and the other guy, although I'm pretty sure the other guy isn't using the same bike as us. So, you know, that's probably not as fair to be watching him because he's using a different bike. But I keep getting stuck at that part because I'm trying to go too early, you know, shave that half a second off, go a little bit earlier. And another way I can hopefully shave a few seconds off is by not jumping so high on these, so that I'm back on the ground and gaining momentum a little bit easier. But as you can see, it is not easy. So far, I'm actually not doing too badly in this one. You can see Calder and I go to like right there. I'm actually a quarter of a second in front of my high score. If I can at least beat my high score, like I should be pretty happy with that. But I need to keep it up for the next 30 odd seconds to be able to actually beat my high score in the end. So here, like I'm trying to go a little bit slower down on these jumps, but then I still lost some time there, unfortunately. So like, I'm not even sure where I can be making up time sometimes. And so I just keep going, and here's the end, and obviously he's beaten me here. But I bailed out. I'm not sure. I don't think that counts. Yeah, the time is still going. Okay, in the old games, oh dear, you could bail out and hit the finish line and like launch yourself forward. But obviously, that is not a mechanic in this game, so despite, I wasn't going to beat his score, but I would have beaten my high score there, but I accidentally bailed out, and now I've accidentally pressed continue as well, which is taking me back in, and now I've accidentally pressed squid. Oh, everything's going to heck. I guess I might as well try at least one go with the squid, see if I'm able to do any better. It is less powerful, but it is more agile. I can do a little bit more with it in the air. But it is definitely less powerful, given it didn't even make that jump. I think by this stage, though, we hadn't unlocked the Rhino yet, so we did have our first few tries with the squid. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just powerful enough to be able to do this. So I'll probably just finish off this one and then have to go back and reload and everything, and yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna go back and grab the rhino. Okay, so at this point, I'm actually half a second in front of my old time, so still not quite enough to be beating Calder at this point, but enough to beat my own score, which makes me happy. But then, see, you could be beating your own score, you could be doing great, but then you just make one little mistake, and of course you'd have to bail out or do whatever to, and then if you actually have a fault, then of course the timer keeps going. Like, you don't get that time back, you have to restart at the checkpoint, and you take a 5-second penalty as well. And of course, that means I cannot do one fault because a 5-second penalty. If I was to take a fault, that would mean I'd have to get 6 seconds in front of my high score just to beat him. And obviously that's never going to happen. So I have to do this faultless, have to do this like 100% perfect to be able to get that little bit of extra time. And it is extremely difficult. We've made it to the finish line here. I was 700 milliseconds behind, in front of my score. Yes, I actually did a high score there. I was very focused throughout the entire thing. I don't think that's enough to beat Calder. No, oh, look at that. We're only 167 milliseconds apart. That is how microscopic this difference is, and I can't beat him. I don't know how he gets that tiny bit extra, but it means I just need to do it even more perfect. Like, the margin is even less. I just need to shave that little microsecond off it, and maybe I can beat him. But this is a good sign, of course, given I have done better. I just need to do a little bit better than better. One of the good things about getting my high score there is that now I know if there's pretty much any green at all in that top left-hand corner telling me that I'm in front, then I'm most likely beating him. When before the margin was so big that I could be in the green, but still not be beating him, only be beating my score. Of course, I'm in the green now, so I pretty much just have to keep this going, and I might be able to beat him. Of course, I'm in the red now by 50 milliseconds. So I just need to add up a little bit more time here. Oh, that's enough to beat him, but I've stuffed it up. See? Enough to beat him, but oh, I just need to keep it going and not choke at the very end there. It's so frustrating, and I also should probably be doing less flips, but I also think, like, flips don't help you in any way, point-wise or speed-wise or nothing. But I do think that doing a flip, like, physics-wise, it like, accelerates you a little bit faster. I think it is beneficial to do a flip. Oh, that was good. I got a few seconds there. But obviously in all cases, it's obviously risky as well to be flipping, because then you might just accidentally do what I do a fair bit and just not fail and crash, and it sucks. And I took that one really slowly, so now I'm half a second behind. Which is not good, so I have a lot to make up here, so I'm probably not going to be able to beat him this turn at least. Okay, I'm doing pretty well here. I'm actually in front of the other ghost, the other guy that I don't know. Almost a second in front of my high score here, so pretty much here I am aiming on not to shave any more time off. I don't care about that. I am aiming to actually finish. Just finish. Because I'm hoping, even if I do just normal, I think I might even have it here. Over a second in front, 1.2 seconds. I think I beat him by over a second in the end of the day. We'll see. When we come to the leaderboard, I have beaten both of them, in fact. I never even thought I'd get anywhere close to Ninja Turtle. Oh, actually, yes, it doesn't matter. I have beaten him. This is what I tried to set out to do the entire time. And I've ended up beating him by just over a second. 1.05 seconds in the end. And that means that if we end up going back to the map, I have beaten him on 4 out of the 8 of America. Right in here. And that means, like, we're obviously even now, right? We have the same amount of high scores on each of them. I mean, if we look at a couple here, when this one loads in, he's 2.5 seconds in front of me there. And I'm like, there is no way. He's beating me on this one as well. I'm pretty sure he is 1.5 seconds in front there. There is no way. I am just happy with what I've got here. Beat him on 4 out of 8. That's half of them. We're not even going to talk about these either, because I'm pretty sure he's beating me in just about every one as well. But it doesn't matter. In America, we are now even. So I hope you enjoyed that video. It was a shorter one, so thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please remember to like and subscribe for more. So thank you all for watching, and cheers everyone.
'Cause I can fly.